everyone, it's been a while. I haven't done an empties video, so I just thought I'd walk you through some of the stuff that I have finished recently. I'm about to go to my ballet class, but you know, I also want to do a bit of cleanup and take out my recycling, which is what I thought. Let me go through my little bin that has all the stuff that I typically use. So I'll just walk you through some of the things that I have finished, but also, I mean, I have been on a low buy slash no buy. So I wanted to tell you what I have bought since the last time that we talked. So let's start with makeup and then face products. First things that I have finished are these two powders by Fenty Beauty. So this one is a small travel size of the powder in honey, and this is just a sample of the Pro filter, and I have finished both. I do have a big one of these in my room, but because I do most of my makeup in the bus, I found that having a loose powder is not something that works for me. So I need to find a way of using the powder a bit more, or eventually getting a pressed powder. I just don't know where all my pressed powders have gone. Surely I haven't finished all of them, and I have a suspicion that maybe one of them fell inside one of my work drawers, but I did try to look a couple times and I found nothing. But yes, there is a mystery of where my powders are. But loose powders, I have finished these two. I am thinking of maybe keeping one of the packaging so that I can fill it and use it on the go, but realistically probably not. Then makeup wise, also this NARS new Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer. So this is actually expired. I haven't finished it. It's something that I bought because my sister had bought it and it really suited her. I mean, she got swatched for it at the NARS store, but apparently me and my sister don't have the exact skin tone, because when I put this on I look ashy and she doesn't. So that was a mistake. I still tried to make it work, but I found that it just made me greasy. It didn't look great on my skin. I don't really wear much makeup today. I'm not wearing any makeup. I just have a tiny bit of lipstick. I don't even have concealer on. So I just thought, you know, let's just get rid of that. This is a NYX the brow glue. I have finished this and I bought two others of that. One of them lives in my home, basically where I do my makeup at home, but the other one lives in my bag. Really, I love this product. Funny enough, I have this thing with brow products where I actually never pay for them with my money. I usually just use my Boots points. So Boots is the shop that I go to for a lot of my toiletries and things like that, and the more you buy, the more points you have, and I just wait until I have enough in my Boots card to buy these. So yeah, I've never paid for one of those. And then this is a watermelon lip balm that is also expired. I didn't buy this. A colleague of mine gave me this because she received it for free when she ordered food from somewhere. Then I have finished the CeraVe Hydrating Cleanser. I'm not really a big fan of this. I bought a couple of those when they were on promotion. I think that it's the most boring cleanser, but I just have it, so I use it. I have a second one now in my bathroom and I will finish it, but then I'm not going to repurchase it. My favorite cleanser is actually the Liz Cleanse and Polish Hot Cloth Cleanser. I really like this. I already bought another one. I'm halfway through it because that's what I like to use almost every day. And I even decanted a little bit in my travel jar so that I always use it. So I really like this one. It's very old school. It's a very old product, nothing innovative about it. You just apply it and then you massage your face and then you use a hot cloth. But for some reason, something about the subtle smell, something about the texture of it, etc., just makes me enjoy it. Also, it is often on offer in Boots, so I wait every now and then I buy it. Then I finished the Medicate Crystal Retinol 6. This is one of those things that you can use when you don't want to use retinol and you can build up the strength. So I have this one. I haven't been super consistent about it. I noticed that my skincare is relatively sporadic. I mean, there are many days where I just wash my face and don't even put hydrating moisturizer or anything on it. And I know it's not really great, but that's how it goes. Sometimes I'm too tired to do any of that. Then I finished a tiny perfume, which is Jo Malone Cologne Intense in Myrrh and Tonka. So this was just in one of my travel bags, and because I did a couple trips recently, I ended up using it up. I find that perfume is about convenience for me, so while I would love to wear more perfume, it needs to be convenient. So it might be that actually going forward, I just take some of these small ones also with me on a day-to-day basis and use them up. For hair care, I have three products. The Cantu Leave-In Conditioner Repair Cream, which I have had multiple of these. I think I still have one more, or maybe two. And the one I have currently, I'm halfway through it. I will always keep buying this because I find that it's great value. I use it mostly on my dry hair, but you can use it on wet hair or anything. I'm very low maintenance with my hair, so I don't really do much to it. This is an As I Am Restore and Repair Jamaican Black Castor Oil Moisturizing Mask. I didn't necessarily enjoy it, but because I've had it for so long, I just used it. I sporadically use masks. I'm very lazy with masks, so I liked it, but I just think that I had it for too long. So that was a bit of an issue for me. And then this Cream of Nature Pure Honey Moisture Replenish and Strength Hair Mask. I liked this. I liked how it made my hair feel, but I just hated the honey scent. I felt like it was too strong. And again, I probably do a hair mask once every month or every 5 weeks. So I go through these things very, very slowly. Now, the thing is that hair products tend to be quite bulky, so I am making an effort to go through the ones that I have. And when I had moved to this house, I remember having quite a lot of a large stock of cosmetics, and I think the hair products, just because of how big they are, tended to take quite a bit of space. So I'm kind of glad that I'm walking through these, but I'm very slow at repurchasing things, just because I think I did a few purchases many months ago and I'm just working my way through them. So I'm not going to repurchase any mask or anything like that because it's very low usage for me, and I'm working on making sure that all the things that I had in backup make it to the main bathroom that I have. Now for oral care, I have this Listerine Total Care Stay White. I finished it. I'm not going to repurchase it simply because right now I'm not using a lot of mouthwash. I also did finish one that was from CVS when I was in my trip in Venice. That one was quite intense. And then I just used the same, what is this called? Toothpaste. It's the Oral-B Intensive Whitening. I just keep repurchasing this. So I finished 3 of them, and I currently have another one, which is what I'm using. And then a couple of the travel size toothpaste that are for sensitive skin, because every time that I go and see my dentist or my hygienist, I have extremely sensitive skin, teeth, so they always give me some because I'm always complaining. Then zinc defense lozenges. So this is just part of some of the supplements that I take. I'm very not disciplined when it comes to taking supplements, and I do recognize that I had a whole box of them coming into this flat. Now I no longer have that massive box of supplements because every now and then I remember to take them, and then I'll just have some and work my way through them. But I'm not really repurchasing any of these just because I feel that if I'm not going to be super disciplined, it's better for me to use what I have and then obviously remove whatever is expired and then buy things as I need them. Like for example, last week I was on antibiotics because I had a mild infection, and so that really killed my stomach flora, and so I just needed some probiotics. So I do have these. Again, I'm not super disciplined about taking them, but I will be finishing those and they will be in my next empties. And the last category of empties, before I tell you what I have bought during the last few months, will be actually body stuff. And there is quite a lot relating to self-care and also working out and recovery. And that really explains some of what I've been going through. So I have this little sample of raw nourishing bath crystals. I mean, I don't think you can cook bath crystals, but anyway, it's just salt. I got this in a little, birthday box that my work gave me, and usually I would normally save these things for when I travel, etc., but I decided no, this is how I end up with a massive box of things that I don't use. So I used it immediately and I liked it. I also used to buy these Westlab Epsom bath salts, and it's really good for when after you've had a workout. I'm not really working out in a gym like I used to. I'm more doing things like my ballet classes and things like that, and they're equally painful, so I still need to have salts like that, especially given my musculoskeletal issues. But I found that, I mean, this is a 1 kilo thing, and usually for you to have a decent result with Epsom salts, you need like a 2 or 3 cupfuls, and so this would be only like 2 or 3 uses and then it's gone. So I just decided instead to go and buy some big pack of Epsom salt. So this was a 5 kilo one, and this lasted me forever, and I found that I actually ended up taking more baths just because I didn't care about rationing my Epsom salts. It doesn't have a scent or anything, but I will get onto that. But I really liked it, and I'm currently using my other 5 kilo bag. So this was a very good purchase. It's from a company called Hexil, and I said there was no scent in the Epsom bath, but I've been using this Veleda Arnica Muscle Soak. It's a bath milk, and it has an amazing smell, and it's also Arnica, so which I found in my case is very helpful for my muscle aches. I've loved it. I just put 2 cupfuls of this, or if I'm really in pain, I would put 3 cupfuls in a bathtub, and I use this almost every day. So I have finished this one, but I already have another one in my bathroom. I had finished that and waited for a few weeks to think whether I wanted it, and then I realized that I really missed it, so I ended up repurchasing it. On the same vein, I have this is just the packaging that's left, but it's a Lush massage bar that has magnesium, again to make sure that I do get lots of cramps, so it's just a massage bar that looks like this. I bought 2 of them. I finished one. The second one, I'm probably going to finish it this month because it does go down quickly whenever I remember to actually use it. And then the last muscle related thing is this Pure Sport muscle and joint balm. I've already mentioned that this is something that I used to like, and I like the scent of it, and I like applying it with the gua sha, but they did increase the price of it, and so I found that it was no longer interesting for me in terms of cost benefit. I have a little bit of this still depotted in a travel tin, and I'm going to use it, but instead I have started using something else called Restore that I'm going to show you later, maybe in my next empties. I haven't been using that a lot, and I do feel that I feel it. When I was very diligent about using my gua sha on my muscles, I felt that I didn't have permanent aches, but then I have stopped for a couple months, and I can definitely tell the difference. Like even sitting now, I do feel a bit of pain. Got some Compeed. These are just some anti-blisters for whenever you wear new shoes or things like that. Because it was summer, every now and then I would wear something different versus my usual footwear, which is sneakers. I wear trainers to the office. So this came in handy a couple times when I had to wear dress shoes to go to client side, because I had some projects where I had to go to client side. So I've gone through that. I find that they're very expensive, but they work quite well. My favorite foot cream is the Foot Hygiene Cream by Margaret Dabbs, and I have finished this big tub. This is the 150 ml, but normally it comes in 100 ml. I always have this with me. It's something that I've been using for years, and I will continue using. I gave my dad one of these because he always, ever since I was a child, he's always had very dry feet. So I gave him one, and he actually liked it. And I already have one by my bedside, which again I need to get better at using it because I've neglected my feet for a few weeks. And I also have a backup of it because I usually buy them in bulk. And then body wash, I have this Soap and Glory, the Real Zinc body wash. It just has water because I'm cheap like that. I usually put water inside until the very last drop. I liked it. I used to use this in the mornings. I do have another shower gel that I'm working through, but I haven't bought any other shower gels because I also had one backup in my guest bathroom. So I'm kind of working through this. Usually my tendency is whenever I finish a body wash, I used to go and rush and buy 2 or 3 more. But because I've been pacing how I'm going through products, and because I'm doing this no buy, I just ended up not buying any. And the last category is deodorants, which historically I've always loved getting deodorants because I've always been very conscious about body smell. I've been using this Wild deodorant. I've used 3 of them. I find that when you have a very new stick of deodorant, it works really well. And then the very last bit of it, it becomes quite sticky and it doesn't work. And I reckon, yes, it's only about a week worth of work, but of deodorant, but it's worth keeping in mind. And I finished this travel size. And how I discovered this is that one day I was traveling and I bought two of these travel size ones because I didn't want to take a full deodorant. But then I ended up using this. I still have another one. I still have another one in my bathroom and a couple backups of the refills because it's an aluminum top and you just refill it. I find that it works best if I've had a nice bath, and then in the evening I just apply it, and then in the morning I don't need, whether or not I apply deodorant, it doesn't matter. I find that if you apply it in the morning, at least for me, it doesn't work. I will end up being disgusting by end of day, but if I apply it in the evening, it works better throughout the night. In the morning when I have my morning shower, what I've started doing recently is that I will also use a spray deodorant. I bought quite a few of spray deodorants just because it's been summer and I needed to refresh, plus I've been going to dance classes and things like that, so I felt that I really needed to do that. But I recently bought deodorant towelettes and a deodorant spritz, so it doesn't have a propeller. I haven't used them yet, but given that I typically tend to go through deodorant quite quickly, and that next week I'm going to a summer dance intensive for belly dance, I feel that I will be going through that quite a lot. So probably my expectation is that the next empties that you will see, you will have at least 5 or so deodorants. My expectation is also that I will probably have a bit of makeup in my empties because I've been using the same makeup over and over again. So I do feel that at some point I'm going to finish it. And what else? I think that's it. I don't think I'm gonna have many hair products or anything like that. Face products, I'm gonna have quite a lot of face care because the thing is that I'm using so many things in parallel that they're going down, but they're going down very slowly, especially that I'm not very diligent with my skincare right now because I've been super stressed. So what did I buy? I didn't really buy cosmetics because they were part of my no buy category and I didn't feel the need to buy anything. So, which is also why I have a whole basket of things that I have finished. In terms of clothing, I also didn't really need to buy anything, but there were a couple exceptions. I needed to buy underwear, so I bought underwear and brassiers and also socks because I just found that, when everything goes down at once, because I had been going to dance classes quite a lot, I noticed that sometimes my underwear would have like an elastic that snapped, or my bras would not be like super what do you call it, they would that just all turn gray and things like that and not have any support, not that I need much anyway. But yeah, so I that's what I got. And then I got one linen suit. It's a beige linen suit, and the reason I got this is because over summer I had a project with for a client that was, technically they're no longer a startup, they're a bit of a scale up, so I couldn't really wear my traditional suits that I would wear to client side, so I needed something that was hip. So it was just a beige linen suit that I would wear with white trainers and a white t-shirt, and that was my, when we have a management meeting, that's what I would wear as my pseudo suit to not really stick out like a sore thumb. So that was more a work related purchase. And the last thing I bought was a long dress. It's just a long black and white dress that I bought to keep in the office. So right now it's just been washed, and effectively I like to dress very casually to go to the office, but then every now and then I might have a quick client meeting or need to go somewhere. For that purpose I always keep a suit in the office, but every now and then the client meeting is not a suit type of meeting, so I still need something that is a bit more formal, kind of in between. So, and because it's summer, I just decided to invest in a little dress. So it's not little, I mean it's a long dress. So that's my office dress. So right now it's in the wash, then when it dries I'm going to iron it and bring it back to the office. And similarly I bought two small t-shirts that I keep in my bag. One of them I always keep in my work bag, and that's because we've had a couple very muggy days where by the end of the day I've sweated and dried in my shirt so much that I don't want to wear that. And so especially if I go to a dance class afterwards, after work, I don't want to wear again my shirt that I've been wearing all day, so I just wear a basic t-shirt. And for some reason, I don't know what happened to all my t-shirts, I just feel like a lot of my clothes I've been just using quite well. And then the last thing I have bought was actually what I'm wearing right now, which is this little hoodie. And that's because I realized that I wear lots of hoodies and I didn't have one that was oversized enough for me to wear on a day-to-day basis. And so I got this and I wear it quite a lot. But that is it. This is my update on my no and low buy. I think it's going quite well. I'm glad that I have this whole box of recycling to remove now, because I'm thinking that the next time that I move houses or just want to do things, I'm still gonna have lots of things, and I'm very pleased with the things that I have, but I'm not going to have a whole box of just shampoos and hair creams going around. And so yeah, I'm gonna continue doing this. I no longer have like a time limit to how long I do this, because I feel that I have been quite sensible in not buying things impulsively. Though I will say that I have been focusing a lot on art, and I did buy quite a few art things, but these are not a category that anyway existed before. Most of my no buy was related to things like beauty products and things like that. So yeah, that is it for today's video. I will see you on my next one. Take care.